Calling all cars. We need to contact the National Guard. What? What happened? Is there a catastrophe? What's going on? Why do they need the National Guard?
Shocking levels of chaos and violence at a high school. In Massachusetts, students at one high school are so out of control, educators aren't just calling the police, they're calling in the National Guard.
We're looking for support with the National Guard to come in and act as substitute teachers, hall monitors to make sure that the high school is safe.
We're just looking for a little bit of support within Brockton Public Schools. Well, we're not asking them to deploy a whole army to our school. We're asking for support, especially with the teacher shortage throughout Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
We need more staff to support our staff and help the students, learn, have a safe environment.
This is Brockton School in Massachusetts. They need the National Guard. Stabbings. Kids are having sex. So the pipeline of prison starts where? Not the school. It starts in the home. I checked the school out, and to see what the demographic is, the component, it said, let's see here, the makeup of this school is 14.4% white, 59.5% black, 1.8% Asian, 19.2% Hispanic, and 0.1% American Indian or Alaskan Native, and 0.2% Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. Teachers calling in 25 a day on average. They're probably sick of dealing with the children. America's teens, America's terrorists. They want the National Guard to act as substitute. The National Guards, they carry guns last night. They don't just carry mace, they carry guns. It's that bad. And this is your future. Meanwhile, in Texas, they're worried about something about a hairstyle. This is ridiculous.
Teachers say students are having sex, doing drugs, and have even started violent brawls that have resulted in students being stabbed.
So hold on. They're having relations in the school, doing drugs? How would the teacher know that? Because they're seeing it. I imagine that they're seeing it. That's how they know. And the other thing is, what kind of student would be what kids would have the gall to do this where a teacher can see? At school, supposed to be an institution of learning, and this is your future?
A safe environment.
It's not safe.
Teachers say students are having sex, doing drugs, and have even started violent brawls that have resulted in students being stabbed.
Dang.
Here now, committee member from that high school, Tony Rodriguez. Tony, good to see you, and thank you for being with us. Just talk to us how bad the school has gotten. What's happening where you're now asking for the National Guard to come in and keep the peace?
And a National Guard to come in and keep the peace. That tells you it's out of control. If the children in the school, if these terroristic teens are out of control, what do you think the households are? Same thing. Parenting, out of control. I really wish, and it's really sad, I know that they want the kids in the classrooms because guess what? You get so many tax dollars per student. I wish they had like a fund. I wish some of these athletes, I know I'm asking too much to even do something constructive for the collective, but they could put together a fund for the teachers. And guess what? The kids that are acting up, send them all home for 6 months. Send them home for 6 months. I hate to say it. Let the teachers come to school and they can do Zoom learning from the school for the ones that want to go there. And then have a fund that can still fund the educational system. Because see, that's the whole thing. As long as they attend, you can get tax dollars per student. So they're not calling the police at this point. They're calling the National Guard. That tells you it's that bad. And then you wonder why these fools are going to be growing up as functioning illiterates. They can function but can't read worth a dime. Parenting starts in the home. So dumb they can't learn. And then the sad thing is, the students that are well behaved come from respectable homes. And it's not about money. You can't learn because why? It's too many fools around you. So I wish they'd go ahead and they should start letting them know going forward when this happens, suspend the kids. They have serious proof for like 6 months. This is your problem, parent. This is your defective package. It's defective because it doesn't know how to sit down in the seat and learn. That's what they should do. Sit them on back home. Let the teachers still get paid. And they can have cameras in the classrooms. Well, it was my son, it wasn't Beckalina. Oh, it wasn't my son. Well, Kiki didn't do that. Oh, I know it wasn't Ryan, not Brad. Whoop, whoop didn't do that. No, whoop, 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 all of them. Anybody acting up? They can have it on camera. Here's the proof, and that's it. Oh, it wasn't Lisa. Oh, the heck it was, ma'am. Because parents in denial, this lets me know a lot of people shouldn't have children because they don't understand you have to invest in your child. This lets me know a lot of people should not have kids because the kids are something that happened. If you cared, it wouldn't be this out of hand. And this can't be just out of a whole school. Oh, we got 10 students. No, this signals to me it has to be on a grand scale. Teachers are calling out, gee, I wonder why. The stress. He said it's not safe. And I just showed the video last week of the teacher that was savagely attacked by that student, just beating her. Oh my God. The 65-year-old teacher who came out of retirement to teach, and look what happened. She said she was afraid to go back into the school. And you want to think, well, that's an anomaly. It doesn't happen every day. They're calling the National Guard. That's the request. They would like to have the National Guard to act as substitute teachers and hall monitors. Why? These darn kids are out of darn control, like a bunch of darn hyenas. Violent ones.
It's chaotic when we have students that basically are in the school thinking that it's a playground. Lack of discipline. It starts at home. The deficit kind of put a big hamper on us in making sure that we have a safe learning environment with the teacher shortage that we have because of the massive layoffs that we dealt with last fiscal year.
And he's right. It does start at home. It's chaotic. They think it's what, a playground? Think everything is for jokes and fun entertainment.
Deficit kind of put a big hamper on us in making sure that we have a safe lack of discipline. It starts at home. The deficit kind of put a big hamper on us in making sure that we have a safe learning environment with the teacher shortage that we have because of the massive layoffs that we dealt with last fiscal year.
So you've got layoffs already, but it's stretched thin. And then the few that are there, they're probably just stressed the heck out. America's youth. What do you think a workforce is going to look like? See, the replacement, and I said this often in particular to the BC, the Black community, but the replacements, they're here on a grand scale, I kid you not, for all people, especially just hardworking people. Oh, you want to bet? Every American. So when you're at the bottom financially and you have behavior issues, you're just getting further and further behind. We're talking yesterday, and a friend of mine said, this person is something like so stupid. And someone was telling me about the place normally doesn't. Now they're accepting Section A. And I don't know how many people have arrived, but already we have a grandmother on Section A has moved in with a grandson. Now, again, I don't know how many have arrived, but it's like, oh yeah, this person is on Section A. What happened? Starts in the home. First of all, my thing is, where are the parents? Parents are probably strung out on drugs, probably in jail. Mom and dad they both ran off because, again, the grandmother has this child. And I noticed the person said, you know what I noticed? The kid never comes outside to play. Okay, never comes outside to play. And I said, well, that tells me that it's a possibility that the kid, they may not know that the kid is staying there, so she might call and say, hey, listen, whatever his name is, I need you to stay inside, and don't go out too much, just stay inside. I said, so that tells me that maybe it's possible, because what kind of kid wants to stay just cooped up inside? I said, maybe the kid is not on the lease, and that can happen, because some people, they'll see a teen, and I'm sorry, they'll see, sometimes I've heard of this, they'll see a minority teen and say, oh, maybe the kid hasn't done anything. I don't want the person here on my property. That has happened. So I said, yeah, he's probably not on the lease. So guess what's happened, people? What has happened? Talking about, and I'm not saying every person on Section 8 is a bad person. No, you have people that are not on Section 8. I've seen people renting somebody's nice home that costs $500,000 and lying not to pay rent. Go ahead and evict them. Professional, go ahead. They're trying to save money during the pandemic, not pay rent. So anyway, what do you think happens? The police have already been there 3 times. Yeah. You wonder what happened? I'll tell you what happened. And I told the person, I said, listen, if I were you, I'm sorry to say we're friendly people. I said, I wouldn't even, I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna even talk, because at this point, sometimes people, they'll try to use the opening, the next thing you know, hey, can you no. And I said, sometimes you have to turn the friendliness off. And I peeped that sometimes with some people, like, no, don't say anything. I said, so just don't say anything. I'm at this point, we're not gonna be enabling. Well, it's a little bit too late. I said, I knew you already. I know you still messed up. Guess what has happened? The kid that's there doesn't hardly come outside, has been playing pranks. Yeah. What has he been doing? Calling the police, get a license plate of the neighbor, and then calling and say, oh, hey, my car been stolen. Somebody stole my car. Yeah, here's the license plate. Here's the license plate. Okay. So what's the prank? Then the police come out there. They've been out there 3 times. The police come out there. What happened? They say, yep, he's done it again. Call swatting. So the kid has called. This is the 3rd time. He's going to probably be out of there. She'll get evicted. And I'm sorry, lady, that's on you. These mammies, they'll pull up for these sons. I'm not, deal with it, or grandson. So what he's been doing, he'll call the police, get a license plate, call the police, and say, oh my goodness, my car's been stolen. And so what happened, when a person is driving the car, you pull out, and you're driving a vehicle, it's listed as a stolen vehicle. Next thing you know, it's your car. What's going on? And here come the police, as they say, pulling you over because it's been reported stolen. This time, though, because he has done it before, what they did was they called the owner, got some license plates, and I guess they can see the owner, run a tag and all that, and called and said, hey, listen, did you report your car stolen? Person is like, no, look outside. The vehicle's it's in the driveway. What are you talking about? It's parked outside. We have a report that the vehicle has been stolen. No, I'm looking at my vehicle out the window. It's in the driveway. So the police come out there again. They say, yep, he's doing swatting. Calling in saying people's cars are stolen. So when they get out and drive, the police put them over and it's a big old whoop-de-whoop. Dum-dum. So they traced the number and they said, yep, it came from right over here, this address. Police been there 3 times. So when she gets put out, no one's trying to hear, oh, that put that poor black woman out. I'm sorry, baby. Ain't nobody going for it. Oh, look what they did. They shouldn't be doing that. No, her darn teenage son should be doing that. But I know black women, they will put themselves on a sacrificial lamb. I ain't giving up my grandson. You're going to find your behind homeless. I'm sorry. That kid is defective. Something wrong with your head. And he's 13. And I'm sure let her tell him he would never do that. You do know the calls are recorded, right, ma'am? Again, that's how they traced it. That's why they're at your door the third time. Because you know what? They traced it to your dusty address. And that's why the neighbors are going, oh, how'd she get in here? Uh-oh, so-and-so now took in a Section 8 person to lease their property. Uh-oh. Out of control. You think everything is funny. So when he said that it's chaotic, oh yeah, that's what the seed of poverty, regardless of race, will bring to you. Reporting people's car, just, are you kidding me? Haven't been there long. Now the eyes are all on her. Now people are saying, okay, we're gonna have to go ahead and call a HOA. And they've got police records to show it. So then when you find yourself, I can't get a place, there you go. But hey, they have no problems about putting these daughters out to the pasture. You go figure it out, but not these sons. So whatever happens to me, Mom, that's not my concern. I couldn't believe it. Report of getting license plates and reporting vehicles, and it's all a joke. Police been there 3 times. So if she gets evicted, whose fault is that? America's teens, America's terrorists. If she gets evicted, can you imagine how that could turn out? Somebody driving could be going to work. Get out of the car, get out of the car. Put your hands up. What are you talking about? And it's your vehicle. Because Cletus Jr. wanted to play a little game, play a little prank. Think everything is a game. I tell you what's not going to be a game. These kids behaving like this here, I doubt it's going to be a turnaround. They have no future. Your future is poverty and death and jail and begging, scraping by. They're going to have a harder time more than their parents because why? The landscape of life is changing as we speak. It's hella changing. But you can't tell them nothing. That's what they do. So it is this bad. I can imagine. I was like, wow. So imagine when school is out. It's so bad in the American schools that what?
Shocking levels of chaos and violence at a high school. In Massachusetts, students at one high school are so out of control, educators aren't just calling the police, they're calling in the National Guard.
And I can tell you who's going to be the parent as they get older, the prison official, the guard. They're going to go from whatever their name is. Hey, Megan. Hey, Sarah. Kiki. Maria. Ling Wong, is that you? Dan? Tyrette? What's going on? They're going to go from those names to the ones that are acting up. So your name is inmate number 7892114. You're ready to get you a new name. And this is sad. That's why teachers are quitting. Again, I wish they had a fund for when these kids act up. Forget about the tax dollars. They had a fund to supply that. And actually, they really could, but all that money going to the illegal immigrants. So, hey, what do you say? All that money. And just send the kids home to their parents. There you go. Here you go. 6 months. No, it's not going to be for no free, for I would say first start out with 30 days. Another infraction, you just earn yourself 6 months. Third infraction, out for the year. And guess what? No school is going to take you. So guess what, parent? Here's your defective package that you raised. This is your DNA. You have to deal with it. We're not going to. And the ones that want to learn, let them learn and let the teachers teach. I wish that could sincerely happen. Anyway, I saw this and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to come, like, subscribe, and share. And it is my goal to get to my emails from you guys this week. And wow, a lot of interesting stories. I'm out.